Ever dreamed of growing your own herbs but thought you didn't have the space? Picture herbs thriving in all sorts of places, from cozy nooks on a quaint windowsill to the expanse of an urban rooftop. Envision the satisfaction of watching tiny seeds sprout into lush, aromatic plants. The beauty of container herb gardening is that it can happen anywhere. You just need a little creativity and a love for fresh flavors. Now imagine having your own fresh herbs at your fingertips. Why grow herbs in containers, you may ask? Well, let's dive into the multitude of benefits that container herb gardening offers. Firstly, space efficiency. Whether you live in a sprawling home with a backyard or a compact apartment in the city, container gardens allow you to make the most of the space you have. You can place them on a sunny windowsill, a balcony, a patio, or even a fire escape. Anywhere really that gets a decent amount of sunlight. Secondly, accessibility. With your herbs just a few steps away, you can easily add a sprig of rosemary to your roast or a handful of basil to your pasta sauce. No need to run to the grocery store when you have a mini herb farm right at your fingertips. But more than convenience, growing your herbs offers a sense of satisfaction. There's something incredibly rewarding about watching your herbs grow from tiny seeds to flourishing plants. You're not just growing herbs, you're cultivating a hobby, reducing your carbon footprint, and adding a touch of greenery to your living space. Imagine the joy of reaching out to your own little garden to snip off some fresh mint for your morning tea or some dill for your evening salad. You're not just enhancing the flavor of your dishes, but also their nutritional value, as fresh herbs are packed with vitamins and antioxidants. So there you have it. Container herb gardening. Fresh, convenient, and satisfying. Choosing the right container is key to your herb garden's success. Now let's jump right into the world of containers. You might be surprised to learn that there's quite a variety to choose from, each with its own unique benefits. First off, we have clay pots. They're a classic, really. Their porous nature allows the soil to breathe, which is excellent for herbs that don't like to have wet feet. However, because they absorb moisture, clay pots can dry out quickly, especially in sunny spots. So, if you're opting for clay, remember to check on your herbs more frequently to ensure they're not parched. Next up, we have plastic pots. Now, these are the polar opposite of clay. They retain moisture well, which can be a boon for those herbs that love a drink. But do remember, too much of a good thing can be harmful. Overwatering can lead to root rot in herbs, so make sure you're not leaving your herbs swimming in water. For the eco-conscious gardener, recycled containers can be an excellent choice. Old cans, buckets, even boots can be transformed into quirky plant homes. Just ensure you create drainage holes at the bottom to avoid waterlogging. Now, size does matter when it comes to containers. While it might be tempting to start your herbs off in small pots, remember that they'll need room to grow. A good rule of thumb is to choose a container that's at least 8 to 10 inches deep. This will provide ample space for the roots to develop and ensure your herbs have the nutrients they need to thrive. But of course, the most critical feature of any container is the drainage. Herbs don't like to sit in water, so ensure your container has one or more holes at the bottom for excess water to escape. Pair this with a well-draining soil mix, and you're on your way to a happy, healthy herb garden. Remember, the container you choose will become the home for your herbs, influencing their growth and health. So take your time, consider your options, and choose wisely. Your perfect container is out there, waiting to house your future herb garden. Let's explore the wonderful world of herbs. Imagine your very own carousel of vibrant greenery, each plant a testament to your green thumb. The beauty of herb gardening is you get to choose your favorites, the ones that tickle your taste buds or have that aroma that transports you to a happy place. First up, we have basil, a classic in Italian cuisine and the star of your homemade pesto. This sun-loving herb thrives in well-drained soil and needs about 6 to 8 hours of sunlight a day. Remember, basil is thirsty, so don't let it dry out completely between watering. Next, we have mint, a refreshing addition to your summer drinks and salads. Mint prefers a bit of shade and moist soil. A word of caution though, mint can be a bit of a garden bully, spreading quickly if not contained. So it's a perfect candidate for container gardening. Moving on to rosemary, this hardy herb is a real trooper. It loves a sunny spot and well-drained soil. It's quite drought-tolerant, so be careful not to overwater. Its aromatic leaves are a great addition to your roasts and breads. Then there's thyme, a versatile herb that pairs well with almost anything. It enjoys full sun and well-drained soil. Thyme is also quite drought-tolerant, so it's better to underwater than overwater. Now let's put these herbs to work. Picture this: fresh basil leaves plucked straight from your garden into a sizzling pan of tomato and garlic, or a sprig of rosemary infusing your roast with its woody fragrance. How about a refreshing mint tea brewed with leaves you've just snipped? Or thyme leaves sprinkled over a hot bowl of soup, the heat releasing its subtle aroma. Growing herbs in containers is like having a spice rack in your garden, a living pantry at your fingertips. It's not just about the convenience, but the joy of nurturing these plants from seed to harvest. So go ahead, pick your favorites, plant them in their perfect pots, and watch them thrive. Remember, your herb garden is a reflection of you. Each herb, with its unique needs and characteristics, brings something special to the table. Each herb brings its unique flavor and charm to your garden. Now let's get our hands dirty. You've chosen your containers, you've selected your herbs, and now it's time to bring them together. Planting herbs in containers is a simple yet rewarding process. First, you'll want to fill your container with a high-quality potting mix. Don't be fooled into thinking any old dirt will do. The right soil provides the nutrients your plants need to thrive. A mix that is rich in organic matter and drains well is ideal. Next, make a small hole in the center of the pot. This is where you'll place your herb. If you're using seeds, sprinkle a few into the hole and gently cover them with soil. If you're using a seedling, make sure the hole is deep enough for the roots and then tuck it snugly into the soil. Watering is a crucial step. After planting, give your herbs a good drink. But remember, more is not always better. Overwatering can lead to root rot and other problems. The key is to keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged. Sunlight is another important factor. Most herbs love the sun, so place your containers in a spot where they'll get at least 6 hours of direct sunlight each day. If you're growing herbs indoors, place them near a south-facing window for the best light. Now, onto the care part. Regularly check your herbs for any signs of disease or pests. Yellowing leaves, spots, or insects are all signs that something's amiss. Catching these issues early can make all the difference. And don't forget to feed your herbs. Every couple of weeks, treat them to a dose of organic fertilizer. This will provide them with the nutrients they need to produce fresh, flavorful leaves. Lastly, give your herbs a regular trim. This encourages bushier growth and prevents them from becoming leggy. Just remember to never remove more than a third of the plant at a time. With a little care and love, your herbs will thrive. Enjoy the process, and soon you'll be rewarded with a bounty of fresh herbs right at your fingertips. Now, isn't that a satisfying thought? The best part of herb gardening? Harvesting your own fresh herbs. Imagine this: the sun is setting, casting a warm golden hue over your container garden. Your herbs have flourished under your careful nurturing. You reach out, your fingers grazing the aromatic leaves of your basil plant. With a gentle snip, you've harvested your first leaf. It's a rewarding experience that's second to none. Now, what to do with your bounty? Fresh herbs can transform your everyday cooking into a culinary masterpiece. Let's start with the basics. Use your freshly picked basil to upgrade a simple tomato sauce, or add a sprig of rosemary to your roasted vegetables for an extra kick of flavor. But why stop there? Get creative with your herbs. Consider making herb-infused oils. They're simple to make and add a gourmet touch to any dish. Just fill a glass bottle with olive oil, add your favorite herbs, and let it sit for a couple of weeks. Voila! You've got yourself a homemade herb-infused oil. Or use your mint to make a refreshing herbal tea. Just steep the leaves in hot water, add a bit of honey, and enjoy. It's not just delicious, it's also a great way to unwind after a long day. Remember, with herbs, a little goes a long way. So don't be afraid to experiment. From your garden to your kitchen, fresh herbs make every dish special. From seed to kitchen, it's been an amazing journey. We've seen how a tiny seed, nestled in the right container and given the proper care, can flourish into a vibrant aromatic herb. We've watched as these herbs added a touch of greenery to our spaces and a burst of flavor to our meals. It's a testament to the magic that lies in the simple act of gardening. Start your herb garden today and bring the freshness of nature into your home.